Hey everyone, it is actually Thursday evening here in Massachusetts, but I know that it's Friday in Asia, so this edition of Friday Shares is for my colleagues where it is already Friday. We're going to focus this week on all class activities. In other words, small community building activities that can involve the entire class. We talk a lot about working in small groups because I think logistically that's just easier, especially for more complex topics. So I wanted to show you 3 attempts teachers have made to create simple activities the whole class can do and build that community feeling among their students. The first is from Steve Ingracia's Intro to Computer Programming course. The second is from David Lowen's Intro to Psych course. And the third is from Douglas Kiang's iOS App Development course. Let's look at Steve's class first. In this assignment, Steve asked his students to crowdsource resources. And we talk a lot at GOA about student-curated and student-created content. And what Steve decided to do here was bring the class together around content curation. So you can see here, he's using Listly, a service on the web that allows you to gather links and post it. And then each student has a couple tasks as part of this crowdsourcing exercise. Find a helpful resource, and it can be any kind of resource related to Java, which is the coding that they're learning how to do in this class. Go back to the list and see what the class has posted, and then click on the ones that they like and vote on the ones that they like. And as Steve says here, you must have voted up at least 2 entries by Tuesday, February 25th. So in other words, he's asking the students to not just gather the resources, but interact with the resources and therefore interact with each other. And then finally, he wants them to use the resources to help them learn. And so what he's able to do here is weave in a community building exercise right into the content of his course. And so what ended up happening, Steve was saying in a faculty meeting, was that the kids gathered far more resources than he was able to on his own. And in addition to that, they had a chance to really gather together and participate in a communal activity as a class. Similarly, in Introduction to Psychology, at the conclusion of David's lesson on perception and sensation, he has the students go through a series of exercises, worksheets, and discussions about the sort of psychology of sensation and how the brain works around those areas. And the very last assignment is for the students to curate some content similar to Steve's activity. Using the internet, find 2 unique illusions and share them with the class. And along with sharing, explain why or how the illusion works and describe what you went through trying to solve it or explain it for yourself. So this is a pretty lighthearted, fun activity, and it's easy for the whole class to participate in. And if you look at what the kids do, each of them posts a couple of optical illusions and then goes through and explains what these optical illusions are all about and why they're hard or why they're not hard and how they work. And so what you're getting is a real museum of very cool and fun optical illusions that it probably didn't cost the kids a whole lot of time to contribute. And so they're participating, again, as a whole class in a communal activity that is low stakes but fun, and it's able to sort of build that sense that we're working together towards creating a great experience. Finally, in Douglas's class, he had been noticing that his students weren't engaging as fully with his videos as he wanted them to. This is a very technical class, iOS app development, so there's lots of instructional videos around coding and presentation of apps. And so he was trying to think of a way to draw the students together around the videos and also bring them together as a group. So what he decided to do was create this idea of a viewing party. And so what he did was establish one time. You can see here it's 4 p.m. in Hawaii. And he has the students queue up the video and everyone presses play at the same time. And then Douglas uses the chat tool that he's been working with the students to have a synchronous IM conversation while the video is going on. So the students can chat and ask questions and interact with each other while the viewing party is going on. As you can see here, logistically, this is probably really difficult to pull off for every single student, but a group of students did attend. And I like this idea of drawing the entire class together around a single activity that normally they would have conducted by themselves, such as watching a video. It's just a way to break up the rhythm of a course, to add in a fun communal element. And again, it's pretty low stakes. There's not a lot that it doesn't cost Douglas or the students a lot to do something like this, and it can go a long way towards building that sense of community in a course. So as we reach the midterm point of the semester and we're sort of hitting those spring break doldrums, I would just encourage you to think about ways to bring some fresh, small activities to your course to remind students that they're in this with 15, 16 other kids, and find ways to draw the kids together. We definitely saw in the student surveys that kids are craving this kind of interaction, and so we're hoping that we can all come up with really cool, fun, manageable ways to do it. Have a great weekend, everybody.